brings in a little bit of foreign currency for them.
Quite a lot.
So you're going to ask Mr. Assad to help us with the North Koreans?
I want to bring this up because all of us remember how the U.S. indeed, I think the whole world, miscalculated Saddam Hussein in 1990 on the eve of his invasion of Kuwait when he moved 100,000 U.S. Iraqi troops from the Iranian border to the Kuwaiti border. And all the top U.S. officials were telling me, I assume they were telling you, he's bluffing, he's not going to go in and invade a fellow Arab country, maybe he's wanting the Kuwaitis to raise the price of oil a little bit, he would never do that, maybe a little border skirmish, but it's really a bluff, and it wasn't a bluff. He went in there and he moved like a knife through butter through Kuwait, heading towards Saudi Arabia. So that's what I think of that now when I see a lot of people saying maybe Kim Jong-un is bluffing.
Well, hold on a second. He may have bluffed or called everybody's bluff and did what he did, but the United States assembled with a coalition 500,000
over 6 months.
Yes, and did the job of getting rid of him. They would not appease what happened,
right.
and he went back. The real bluff was Saddam Hussein thinking the world was bluffing in 2003. He didn't think the United States was going to invade, and he was busy telling people he didn't have any that he had nuclear weapons when he didn't. Now the North Koreans do.
But the question I'm asking is, if all of these analysts right now are suggesting, Fareed, he's bluffing, he's got his own initiative, we don't understand him, but he's not going to do anything crazy, suicidal, should we buy that?
Look, that's why what we have to do is some mixture of deterrence. And, I agree with Prashant that there has to be some way to better understand them. But you've got to remember, these regimes are inherently unpredictable because they rest on very narrow bases of power. It's one guy. The Saddam case is a perfect one. Wolf, as you well know, it wasn't just U.S. analysts who were saying this. It was the King of Jordan who was saying this. It was the President of Egypt. All the Arabs who spoke his language, who met him, several times, they thought he was bluffing. So when we look at North Korea, when the South Koreans don't understand it, let's not get too deeply into the psychoanalysis of one human being. What we have to do is to protect our interests, reassure our allies, and put in place a structure that keeps peace.
Both of you stay with me. We have more to discuss, a lot more coming up on our special report. Up next, North Korea's missiles may force global powers to pay serious attention. We have live reports from the international capitals in the region where war fears are building right now. And a rare and remarkable look at the tense Korean border from the communist north side. Stay with us.
Let go. Do it.